Hello everyone and welcome back to your channel IELTS Perfection. In today's video, we're diving deep into the IELTS academic reading and we're going to analyze two question types, yes, no, not given, and true, false, not given. Alright, before we start, let me break down what I'm going to cover in this video for you. So, the first one is going to be information and description about this specific type of question. The second one is a strategy. I'm going to give you detailed instructions on how to answer this type of question. Then, we're going to have an example and answer a real IELTS question together. And I'm going to end the video with some useful tips that will definitely help you get a higher score. Information and description. True, false, not given questions are all about factual information. False means the statement contradicts the information in the passage. True means the statement agrees with the information in the passage. And if there is no similar statement or information in the passage, the answer is not given. There will be at least one of each answer type. True, false, not given. So if you don't have at least one of each when you have completed the questions, you've made a mistake. Now let's go to yes, no, not given questions. Yes, no, not given questions are all about the writer's opinion or attitude. Yes means the statement agrees the writer's opinion or attitude. And no means the statement contradicts the writer's opinion or attitude. And not given means it is impossible to say what the writer thinks about this. And keep in mind again, there will be at least one of each answer type. Yes, no, not given. So, if you don't have at least one of each when you've completed the questions, you've made a mistake. Okay, let's start the strategy and see how we should answer this type of question. It is so important that you have a good understanding of this strategy and see what you should do. So, if you need to pause the video to understand it deeply, please do it. Number 1. Identify the key nouns, verbs, and adjectives in the question, and then find the corresponding keywords in the passage. Number 2. Read the beginning sentences of each paragraph to get the main idea of the passage very fast. This is a very important step. And number 3. When you find the corresponding paragraph and keywords, read it carefully, go back and forth until you find the answer. Cool. Let's start the exciting part. Example. So we're going to cover a true, false, not given question and see what we should do step by step. So here's the question. Do the following statements agree with the information given in the reading passage? In boxes 1 to 5 on your answer sheet, write true if the statement agrees with the information, false if the statement contradicts the information, and not given if there is no information on this. Okay, now let's see these statements. As you're reading each statement, you need to identify key verbs, nouns, and adjectives. Number 1. Ganpat Jadav's monthly ration of kerosene was insufficient. Number 2. Kerosene causes many fires in homes in developing countries. Number 3. LED systems could solve the world's energy problems. Number 4. Chadha has so far funded the GSBF lamp project himself. Number 5. Microcredit would help to get more people to use LED lamps. Alright, let's go to the passage. The title of the passage is Low-Cost Lamps, Light Rural India. So, there's going to be a number of paragraphs that you need to cover. There's no need to read and understand everything in each paragraph. Actually, you don't have enough time to do that. So, what you need to do is to read a couple of lines of each paragraph to get the main idea. When you completely understood the main idea, then it's time to find the corresponding keywords and paraphrases. The paragraphs will show up at a faster pace. So, pause the video and go through them. Alright, let's go to the answers. Number 1. Gampat-Jadav's monthly ration of kerosene was insufficient. So, as you see, Gampat-Jadav and kerosene were the keywords here. So, according to the passage, this statement is true. Number 2. Kerosene causes many fires in homes in developing countries. Were you able to guess the right keywords? Yes, kerosene, fires, and developing countries were the right keywords. The answer to this statement is not given, as we couldn't find any information on this in the passage. Number 3. LED systems could solve the world's energy problems. Here in this statement, LED systems and energy problems are the keywords. So, based on the information in the passage, this statement is false. Number 4. Chadha has so far funded the GSBF LAM project himself. The keywords are Chadha, funded, and LAM projects. So, based on the information in the passage, this statement is true. Number 5. Microcredit would help to get more people to use LED lamps. Keywords are microcredit for sure, more people, and LED lamps. As you can see, based on the information in the passage, this statement is true. Now, let's move on to the last part of the video, that is tips. Number 1. The technique to deal with both of them is the same. Number 2. Look for specific information. As I told you before, you don't need to understand and read everything in the paragraphs, only specific information. Number 3. Look out for common traps like comparisons or words like all, same, or majority. Number 4. It's not only about matching words, but also about matching meaning. Number 5. Keywords can be paraphrases of the statements in the passage. Number 6. Questions or statements often follow the same order as the passage. Number 7. You can't write letters instead of words. Number 8. Pay close attention to the negative statements or words like hardly ever, never, or rarely. Number 9. Pay attention to the adjectives and adverbs or modifiers. A modifier in the question may be the opposite of the modifier in the passage. For true-false not given questions, when you read each statement, ask yourself these 3 questions. 1. Does this statement say the same thing as the passage? 2. Does it contradict the passage? And number 3. Is it mentioned? For yes-no not given questions, the meaning of this statement must be an exact match with the opinion of the writer for the answer to be yes. So, be aware of the words like seem, claim, suggest, believe, possibly or probably that show possibility of doubt in these statements. The view or opinion of the writer may not be exactly clear from the text. You may have to determine this through what they say. Remember, practice makes progress. So, keep studying hard, and I will see you in the next lesson.